The 2024 MotoGP preseason test has officially begun. Finally, with all the riders hit Sepang International Circuit Malaysia, except Franco Morbidelli, who replaced by Ducati test rider Michele Pirro. The Pramac Racing's Jorge Martin has blown off the cobwebs. With his 15th lap of the day, the Spaniard jumps to top of timesheet. At 11:46, he's 1.5 seconds clear of everybody else. The other Spaniard Augusto Fernandez has crashed at turn 9, luckily he's okay. Martin is fired up this day. He's run even faster and is into the 1 minute 57 already. He clocked 1 minute 57.951 seconds, and only half a second away from Pecco Bagnaia's lap record at Malaysian Grand Prix from Q2 last year. Idemitsu LCR Honda rider Takaaki Nakagami has crashed at turn 2, but he's fine. After scary highside this morning, Raul Fernandez is now back out on track. Unfortunately, his teammate Miguel Oliveira also crashed at turn 12. The most anticipated rider Marc Marquez had twice technical problems so far. This time he stopped at turn 1. Gresini team said it was only a very minor issue. Marc's back out on track but crashed at turn 15. However, he's picked up the GP23 and is running again. 4 hours down, 4 hours to go, and it's Jorge Martin leading the way with the first, and definitely not the last, 1 minute 57 of the week. He's joined in the top 5 by Pedro Acosta, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Enea Bastianini and Maverick Viñales. The only progress seen on the timesheet in the afternoon, the Ducati Lenovo's Enea Bastianini gained 3/10 on his time. He managed to beat Jorge Martin's whole day time and finishes with a margin of 0.139 seconds over the Pramac's rider. Bastianini even seemed poised to do much better and become the first rider to lap 1 minute 56 at Sepang, but a problem in the Sector 3 cut short his final time attack. He nevertheless remains the fastest of the day, and more broadly at the head of the new unofficial track record with 1 minute 57.134 seconds. The other riders were unable to improve on the times set this morning, but the new Yamaha rider Alex Rins found a little progress in the last minutes of the session. There are 14 of the participants to have driven in the same second as the timesheet leader Enea Bastianini, the last of them being Marc Marquez. Surprisingly, the 8-time world champion remained rather discreet today after a first day marked by some technical problems. Despite a crash late in the morning at turn 9, the sensational rookie Pedro Acosta remains in the spotlight, perfectly in his place in the top 10. Other riders to bite the gravel today are Johan Zarco, Marco Bezzecchi, Augusto Fernandez, and Lorenzo Savadori. The Ducati factory riders trying a new aero fairing. A new long exhaust was also on Yamaha's test list on the second day. The 3 Aprilia starters present riding together at midday, to simulate a race in a pack while the RSGP generally suffers from the heat. Several riders also began preparing for races, some completing long runs to simulate the equivalent of a sprint. This was the case of Alex Marquez and Luca Marini. The official Sepang test will conclude on Thursday with a third day lasting from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. On the third day of the Sepang test, the fight between the two rivals of the 2023 championship began only in 25 minutes after the green flag waves. Jorge Martin took the opportunity with a time of 1 minute 57.099 seconds, thus beating Enea Bastianini's unofficial lap record on Wednesday. A moment later, Pecco Bagnaia did incredible lap with 1 minute 56.682 seconds. And then Martin came closer to 0.172. A sign of the progress made by Aprilia and KTM. Pedro Acosta and Alex Espargaro carried out sprint race simulations completed faster than the one won by Alex Marquez on this circuit last year, even if the conditions are different. The Borgo Panigale's squad massively dominated the half-day 3, at least in terms of single lap, with 4 riders enter the 1 minute 56 club: Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, Enea Bastianini and Alex Marquez. Aprilia's Alex Espargaro certainly moved into 5th place, but he remained more than 4/10 from the reference established by the timesheet leader, and the ranking did not change in front of him. followed by Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio, which means that 6 of the 7 Ducati riders present this week are united in the first 7 places. The only one missing is Marco Bezzecchi, only 20th before lunch break.